Hey guys, today I'm showing you the new Hypixel SkyBlock Hub. Let's get started. So no matter where you're at in the game, when you do /hub, this is the spawning point for the brand new hub. And behind the spawn point is the new community center, which has the mayors and Elizabeth, which is where you can buy booster cookies, bits, and fire sales as usual, and the city projects right by Elizabeth. And right by the mayors, we have the mayor elections. And when you go down here is the mayor elections room, which is actually the same as it was before. And when we go back to spawn, you go down these stairs. This is the new auction house, which looks really nice with the blocks. And when you go in, you can see there's a lot less NPCs than there were before, but the menu is about the same as it was before. On this side of the auction house, this is where you go to the second floor. This is where you bid on the unique items and the top bidded items right here. But nothing else is changed on the second floor of the auction house. And past the entrance of the auction house, this is where the dungeon portal is. Instead of being on top of the mountaintop, the dungeon portal is located down here, which is pretty nice, and it being on the top, of course. And after you're done looking at the dungeon hub portal, you can go to the main spawn area, which has your island portal right here, and the hub selector. And behind that is the map, which looks really nice, and I really like it a whole lot with the dragon, the sun, and the moon, and this person down there. But the end and the rest of the islands look super nice on the map. And across from the map is the brand new museum, which looks super nice with the hex and the person where you donate your items to. And as you can see, now before you donate the item, it tells you when that item was created at the bottom right there. And right by the NPC is the museum room, which is where you display all of your items. And it's not as big as it was before, but it still looks good with the armor displayed right there and the items displayed alongside the armor, just like this. And on the outside of the museum, you can see there's a pathway, and whenever you go up it, you can see there's a little shack right here for the NPC to unlock the unlimited personal bank use. And outside of the shack right here, you can see on this house, there's the canvas room and the flower spawners. That's so we can farm flowers right here. And just beyond the canvas room is Vincent's house, which is where you can showcase and see how many dies you've dropped in the game. And across from Vincent's house, you can see the Coliseum, or what used to be the Coliseum, because now there's a bunch of trees and overgrown stuff everywhere with ponds, and there's no more rooms in the Coliseum anymore. And if you follow the pathway, you can see this is where the wilderness is, and there's this cool little build right by the water with the fairy NPC, which is where you transfer your fairy souls for a SkyBlock XP. And right by the NPC, you can see this is the little shack right here with all of the NPCs in it. And right by the shack, you can follow this pathway down to the dark auction entry, which is this is where the NPC spawns to go into the dark auction. Now back at spawn, you can see that the bazaar and the bank are right next to each other, right by the auction house. And on the side of the bank, you can see this is the builder's house right here with the builder NPC, the wool NPC, and the redstone NPC. And if you go up these stairs, you can see this is the social area, which is where you can buy all these social items in this menu. There's also the hot air balloon, which you can visit other players' islands. To the right of the builder's hut, you can see the pet care NPCs are alongside and inside the building. You can go down these stairs right here to talk to Zog, which is just chilling by this lake, which is pretty cool. And right beside the pet care shop is Taylor's shop, which is where you transfer gems into cosmetics. Now back at spawn, you can see there's different pathways you can take, and I'll be showing you all of them. So the first pathway is this way right by the bazaar, and whenever you get to the end of it, you can see it's actually the foraging pathway with a lumberjack right here to give you the foraging quests, and the lumber merchant, which sells you lots of tools. And besides that is the carpenter right here with a lot of decorations in the lower floor. And now in this forest area, you can see this is where you cut down the trees and head over to the park. And when going down this pathway, you can go to the castle ruins over here. I don't think much has changed, but it is over here in this corner still. But if you don't want to go down this castle path, you can go down this lake path, which takes you to this pond, which is where you can go fishing. And the cave has actually been a lot shorter now, so it's not as big as before. And right beside the foraging path is the combat path, and it has a bunch of NPCs here as well, such as the adventurer, which sells you talismans, and the magical power guy right here with all of his reforges. There's also the librarian right here, which is where you enchant your items. And on this side is the weaponsmith, which you can buy your undead and spider swords. And to the left of the weaponsmith is the starter gear NPC. And to the right of the weaponsmith is the stonks auction, which is where you can buy and trade stonks. And on the opposite side of the stonks auction is Jack's, which is where you can buy the arrows, and it can go downstairs to do the archery area. And you can continue going down this path to find the graveyard, which looks a lot better with these new trees, and all the zombies are still spawning out here. You follow this path, you can go to the new crypt area, which only has soul lanterns, nothing else has changed too much. And if you follow this path from the crypt area, you can see this is the launch pad to the spider's den. And straight forward from spawn is the new coal mine area. You can see the mining merchant is still right here, selling the iron pickaxe and lots of materials. And right beside the mining merchant is the blacksmith, which is what you use to reforge all of your equipment, armor, and tools. And if you continue going straight forward, this is the new coal mine area. It's a lot more open and it looks really nice. And you can see that the mining portal to the gold mine is right there. And you can see by pet care is the new farming area, which is where you farm wheat and netherwort. And right by the netherwort is the alchemist right here. And continuing down this pathway is the farming merchant and the wheat minion right here. And in this building, you can see this is where Jacob has his farming contests at. And right along that pathway, you can see this is where you go to the barn. And right alongside Taylor's shop, you can see this is the new fishing area. And if you follow this pathway up this building, you can see this is where you buy your Abbey phone. And you can go down these steps to see the new fishing village. And you can talk to all these cool NPCs, but going down this path and into this house. And when you go down these steps, you can see the ship navigator is on the side of the building. And that's it for the Hypixel SkyBlock Hub tour. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe for some more amazing videos.